In October 2026, Ontario voters are going to elect new municipal councils, and we want people talking about actions that help build a livable Ontario. So we've created what we're calling the Build a Liveable Ontario Roadmap for Municipalities. Each podcast features an interview with a prominent expert, and we focus on a few of the actions in the roadmap.
This is the Building a Liveable Ontario podcast, where ideas, action, and hope connect. With your host, Franz Hartmann.
Welcome to the first ever Building a Livable Ontario podcast. Well, where to start? How about I start by telling you what these podcasts are about and what I hope you'll feel after watching them. These podcasts are about 10 practical, doable actions municipal governments can take in Ontario to build livable communities, and I'll get to them shortly. My hope is that viewers like you will walk away from every podcast feeling hope and thinking, that was interesting and informative, and I want to learn more. I also hope that you will share these podcasts with your friends and networks. But before I go any further, let me introduce myself. I'm Franz Hartmann, and I'm the coordinator of the Alliance for Liveable Ontario. If you're new to the Alliance, or ALO, our goal is in our name. We want to build a livable Ontario that addresses our housing needs and also preserves and protects farmland and natural areas that we utterly depend on. We're an alliance of farmers, environmentalists, housing activists, planners, developers, residents association leaders, community group leaders, academics, healthcare activists, and many more. We were founded in January 2023 after a group of prominent leaders met and decided we needed to work together. So we created a big tent to talk, strategize, and coordinate, and we've been busy ever since. You can learn all about us by watching this introduction video. Just follow the link. So why have we started these podcasts now? Because in October 2026, Ontario voters are going to elect new municipal councils. And until Election Day, there will be conversations between candidates and voters about what the new council should do. And we want people talking about actions that help build a livable Ontario. So we've created what we're calling the Build a Liveable Ontario Roadmap for Municipalities. It includes 10 actions municipal governments can take to build livable neighborhoods, safeguard food and water security, and make homes affordable. And I'll talk more about these in a moment. Now, if you're watching this in May 2026, we'll be posting new podcasts every week for the next while. Each podcast features an interview with a prominent expert, and we focus on a few of the actions in the roadmap. We'll also be posting shorter explainer videos about the 10 actions. And if we've inspired you, I hope you will share our roadmap with local candidates running for municipal council. In fact, we want you to ask candidates to endorse these actions. So now to the 10 actions. You can read them by following the links below. And let me say this first, though. These 10 actions help build livable communities. They are a partial list, not a complete list of what municipalities need to do. So think of our roadmap as a starting point, not the end point. Okay, so let's go to the 10 actions. The first 4 focus on building livable neighborhoods. Think about it. The basic building blocks of all human settlements are the homes we live in and the neighborhoods that we create around our homes. And if we want to have livable neighborhoods, we need the right type of housing in the right places, and we need the right services, aka infrastructure. So the 4 actions include building different size homes within existing neighborhoods, often called missing middle housing, ensuring the right services are available to everyone, and making it easy to move around without driving. The next 3 actions focus on safeguarding food and water security. We need food and water to survive, but right now, provincial planning laws in Ontario incentivize developers and municipalities to build housing on farmland and natural areas, even though enough space already exists within our towns and cities to build all the housing we need. So these 3 actions preserve farmland and natural areas, including watersheds in the Greenbelt around our communities. And they ensure municipalities don't act in ways that destroy the land and natural resources we need to survive. The last 3 actions focus on making homes affordable. After over 30 years, It's clear the private market can't supply affordable homes. We need governments to once again invest in building homes that are run by nonprofit organizations who will keep homes affordable. And don't just take my word on this. Stay tuned for one of the podcasts where a renowned Canadian developer says as much. Now, I know municipal governments don't have lots of money to spend on housing, but they do have land and they do decide what type of housing gets built in their municipality. So the three actions ensure municipalities prioritize the construction of affordable housing operated by nonprofits and work with all levels of government to make public land available for affordable housing operated by nonprofit providers. These actions will lay the foundation for building homes that are affordable to your kids, your grandchildren, your neighbors, seniors, and maybe even you. So that's our roadmap. As I noted earlier, we've got short explainer videos and full-length podcasts that will dig into these actions and why they're important. And to whet your appetite, here's a short clip from an upcoming podcast featuring renowned urbanist Ken Greenberg speaking about why the roadmap is important.
I think a really important thing about the roadmap is it is deliberately nonpartisan. It's not taking sides among the parties. It's putting out ideas that every candidate should address and want to talk about when they knock on somebody's door.
If you're watching this in May 2026, we'll be putting new content up for many weeks to come. So if you want to be notified when new podcasts are posted, hit the subscribe button. Please share this podcast and the roadmap with your neighbors and networks, and then share it with those in your community who are thinking of running for council in October. You can forward this podcast to them through your social media channels or send them to our website, liveableontario.ca, where they can read it and download the roadmap. Well, that's the end of podcast 1. I would love to hear from you, so please leave your comments below. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you're notified when the next one is posted. Until next time, thanks for watching and helping build a livable Ontario.